Hello there and welcome to episode 32 of my playthrough of the 2018 Harebrained Schemes BattleTech game. Today I will be tackling Flashpoint mission Davion Alliance. This is a special flashpoint that appears, and I believe you can only get access to it if you ally with the Davions. I have got no idea if this is the same for every other faction. I'm presuming it is. So, if you ally with the Capellans, then you'll get the Capellan special mission. I'm not sure. The last time I played this game through, and when I did all the flashpoints, I didn't actually ally with anybody, so I've never done this mission before. I knew they were there because I'd kind of seen some people talking about it on an online forum. Whether or not I'm going to do all those, it depends how long I'm willing to continue playing. I'm certainly going to do all the regular flashpoints in the campaign, but can I really be bothered doing all the shenanigans to ally with a faction so I can do their mission? Maybe. We'll see how it goes. It might be something that I can keep dipping my toe back into over the next several months. But for now, we have got access to one. It's a 4.5 skull difficulty, so this one should be pretty challenging, I think. We're on Kern, which is in Capellan space, working for the Fed Sons, obviously. Engagement length is long, so yeah, get a cup of tea, because I think this might go on for maybe 1.5 hours. It could be up to 4 drops, but that's fine. It's Sunday afternoon, it's freezing cold outside, and I'm snuggled up here with some wonderful BattleTech. Bonus reward is Lost Tech items, which is always good. I do love a Lost Tech item. And tonnage requirements are light, which really does play into my advantage because I've just got access to the Griffin, the 2N variant of the Griffin, which is an absolute bad boy. Dare I say it's the best mech in this game when you kind of factor in everything like maneuverability, jump capable, weapon damage it can put out, heat management, even its armor levels are really good because 55 ton mech can take a punch, but it can also zoom across the battlefield at a pretty decent level of speed, and it can absolutely wreck the enemy, and we'll certainly be giving it a run out today, I think. Anyway, our allies in the Federated Sons have a special request for us. They insist that they can only give us details in person, so very ambiguous. I have no idea what's going to happen. This could be an absolute barn burner mission for all I know. I could get absolutely smashed up, though I'm pretty confident. I've assembled a very, very good mercenary unit here. We've got some extraordinarily good mechs and some very, very capable mech warriors. So we should be okay, I think. Anyway, we'll go ahead and begin. So we should be we're going to be greeted by Alexander Cunningham, who is the Federated Sons liaison. Commander, Mr. Oliveira, it's good to see you again. Lady Cunningham, I didn't expect you to be here in person. We're a bit far inside enemy territory. The operation I'm about to propose is delicate and security of paramount importance. It simply could not be trusted to any intermediary or to any comms channels that might be intercepted. If it can't be entrusted to Comstar, it must be extremely delicate. Indeed, Dr. Murad, what I'm about to tell you goes no further than your bridge crew commander. This is a state secret of profound significance to the Fed Sons. We're preparing for a large-scale offensive along the Capellan border. It's about time. You show those Capellans. Oh dear. Yang is a Capellan though, so that's a pretty understandable response. No kidding, Yang. Lady Cunningham, what's the job? I'm guessing we're not fighting the whole war for you. No, of course not. What we need you to do is prepare one of the Capellan border worlds for our offensive. That's a task of a much smaller scope, but well within your capabilities. And you picked us because we're deniable, I imagine. This is true. Yes, this is precisely correct. That's exactly what mercenary units are for in BattleTech. If you do the heavy lifting for the danger, horrible political work for a house, then they can't be blamed from it, and you can take proxy blame, ergo there are no mass interstellar wars. It's actually quite a decent system when you think about it. That is precisely correct, Miss Maya. It is critical that this operation not be traced back to the Fed Sons in any way. Commander, I intend to leave most of the planning to you and your staff, but our first order of business is to eliminate any observation posts so that we can begin moving personnel and mechs to and from the planet covertly. Understood. What happens after that? After that, Commander, we'll react to the situation as it develops. That's a fancy way of saying we're making this up as we go along. In a sense, yes, our ultimate target is the regional CCAF Commander, a Lieutenant Colonel, Janice Song. In addition to being a skilled strategist, they're known to be a canny mech warrior. That means they're not going to be predictable, and successfully striking at them will take some degree of improvisation. I'll be managing this operational personally, so I'll be in touch with you once you're en route. We'll expect your call, Lady Cunningham. Right, well, here we go. So, first mission, we have a... Drum roll, please, while the computer loads. Capture base, okay. As I mentioned, Commander Durant, before we can begin operations on the planet, we need to neutralise the... Oh, yeah, she did say that, actually. Conveniently, we can then use this facility's resource to stage further assault. So, I'm guessing this will probably be 3 drops by the sounds of it. It's going to be like a capture base, then probably assassination, and then there'll be some random crazy Capellan shenanigans that go on, no doubt, on the 3rd drop. 3 drops would be good as well. I think 4 is always a bit too much when you're doing the Flashpoint missions, but we'll see what we get here anyway. It's a tough one, this. I mean, 4.5 skulls, so let's... I think we'll just... Yeah, I mean, that's lovely. We'll take the 5 points of salvage there. Got quite a lot of cash at the moment, and this Flashpoint mission will probably generate, like, it could be anything up to like 3 million C-bills when you factor in all the individual payments you get and the final payment. So let's take more salvage, see if we can get anything nice. In terms of Lancedale, I'm just going to clear everyone here so that I can tell you who and what we are taking today. First of all, we will take the Highlander. There has been a change on the Highlander. For the first time in a long time, I have actually attached the extended range PPC. I got this off the Griffin 2N. I always think with PPC weaponry in this game, like the standard PPC, like they're just like the 1-bolt shot, it really is tough to make it work with the like levels of heat it generates. So if you've got one of those Lost Tech mechs or those Star League mechs like the Highlander or the Griffin or the Atlas 2, then you can get an ERPPC to work on there, but they are so hot. I mean, just look at the stats here. I mean, heat 45, but again, with the Highlander, with that extra, with those double heat sinks in the engine, it can actually run that quite effectively. It's worth it as well because you get more damage, so you get 60 damage instead of the regular 50 which a PPC gives, but it's not that way I've got it, because the previous PPC I had was actually running at was the double plus variant and actually did 60 damage because it had the extra damage in its double plus system, whatever you want to call that, but it's the range and the non-existence of minimum range penalties with the extended range PPC. Effectively an ERPPC is what we know in BattleTech now after like years of, you know, like game development or whatever. It's basically the clan variant of the PPC, and they are insane. I mean, they do run extremely hot, but if you have those double heat sinks like naturally built into your mech, then you can just cause absolute devastation with it on tabletop and in this game as well. I've only got one on the Highlander. I think if you were going to run like an ERPPC spam properly, you'd want to do it in something like the Awesome, where you can really quite easily fit on 3 PPCs and just like put the 3 PPCs on there and then like lots and lots of heat management. The reason it's so good on the Awesome is because the Awesome is, with the regular PPCs, it's a mech that wants to brawl, but it can never get into close proximity because of that minimum range penalty. That disappears with the ERPPC. So it's an incredible weapon, and I never really go close range proximity with the Highlander anyway because it's got the Gauss rifle, so you just sit back and fire from afar. The reason why it's good on him is just that extra little bit of range. I can do like Oculus's trick shot, where 60 points of damage will take out a cockpit of a mech warrior, basically destroy it. I think it's like 45 points of armor, and there'll be like 15 points of structure. I don't know if it tells. Yes. It might not then. It might be 1 point away from doing it. It depends how well, obviously, their head is armored up. But wider point is, if you do that, it's kind of good enough because you can then like do like missile spam attacks, and the chances are you're going to get like one headshot, and it'll clear that 1 point of structure damage on the head, and then it'll finish the mech off anyway. So I've done that quite a few times in this game. It's a useful tactic if you go mech hunting. Bring the Highlander and then bring like an LRM spam to back it up in case you do get that situation arise. Anyway, that's the Highlander today. I think we will bring our A team today. So I'm going to bring like the Dusk Hunters special. So that's going to be Oculus. And we'll bring the Annihilator. Annihilator's not changed. Still running the 4 UAC 10 double pluses. Put Lady Death Lotus in there. We'll bring the Atlas. And we'll put... where is it? Put Bear in there. And then finally... so capture base. So I'm going to want another jump capable mech, I think. It's pretty interchangeable. You can bring the Stalker because it can sit back and like ping the... ping the LRMs from afar. But I think I'll take the Victor today. We'll take Chandra and I'll put Boudica in Chandra. So let's go ahead and deploy. That really is a hell of a lance now. I think if I had to if someone said to me like, what is the best lance that you can run in this game? It would be 3 of the mechs in this. It would be that version of the Highlander, the Atlas 2 and the Annihilator, but third, it's the Bull Shark. I really like to play the Bull Shark with jump jets and UAC 5s, like a UAC 5 spam, basically. And then you get the Thumper cannon as well, and it's pretty devastating. It's a really great mech. In that entire lance, actually, there's only then one mech that doesn't have double heat sinks in the engine. And that's the Annihilator. That's just a regular, like, single heat, like, mech. There are other double heat sink mechs in this game, but they're really, really difficult to find. In fact, throughout my entire time playing this game, which is a lot of hours, embarrassingly amount of hours since it came out, I have only ever got access to, like, several of them. And there are low. I think there are... I don't know, there might be like 10 or 15 or something like that, and I've had nowhere near that many, so they're really, really rare to get. But we have 4, so I can actually make a full lance of it, because we've got the Griffin as well, and then we'll get the Bull Shark and the Highlander as well. Anyway, this is the target area commander. The facility is just beyond the rock formations along the river. Use the trees to move up under cover of the cliffs, looking for the base. Okay, we don't need a tactical brief here, we know what to do. Cool, right, let's go. So... let us just try to see which way will be best here. I think we'll play cautiously. I think we'll just go on this left-hand flank, see what we can spot. Maybe try and get into these trees here, because no doubt the enemy will either be coming from this direction or this direction. In fact, we can jump Oculus up on high here, see if he can get any visibility. He can't, but... I think we'll be coming up to getting something on sensors shortly. There might be some turrets in this base. Oh, there we are. Okay, 35-ton mech. So something nice and simple to start off. We have got turrets as well. Looks like our intel was accurate. The base is heavily defended and prepared for an assault. We're also tracking additional enemy forces. Expect them to fall back to the facility once they get word of attack. As expected, the facility has operational turrets. Move cautiously, Commander. Right, well, we should be able to take these turrets out relatively easily. There's one gone. And we've got a 65-ton of that. It's just out of range. We've got a vehicle. And what I'll do is I'll just run Ozymandias here. We can kind of occupy a centre here and then have the Highlander and the Victor doing some like flanking and firing from afar. Fortunately, you can't get a direct shot off there, I don't think. So we'll just soften this up with an LRM spam. So Jenna. Yeah, very, very little damage there because he's hunkered down in the trees. And the Annihilator will just kind of rock on beside the Atlas 2 there. This is all fine. I always like it when they target the Annihilator with LRM spam because it's got such amazing stability. Like, I've basically got a gyro on there that gives us like extra stability when we get hit by weapons that do stability damage. But it's also got like an inbuilt system which help for that as well. So it's really, really powerful. Actually, you can just use it as like a big standing turret. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to bring Chandra back in the trees here. I want them to kind of come to me in this zone and we'll just like pummel them. Slightly cautious with the heat management here that Chandra might get like isolated a little bit. So let's just bring her back and brace her up. And that's a Jägermech, is it? Yes, it's a Jägermech. Thunderbolt there. Still not the version that I want. I must have moaned about that now for about 10 episodes in a row. It's the 5 SE. This game is obsessed with them. I think it's like a Flashpoint special. I do loads of Flashpoint missions, obviously, and there's lots of Thunderbolts that get thrown at you for some bizarre reason. And they all are this version, which is the version I really don't want. See if we can get a lucky headshot here. Nope. Well, we got one headshot. I don't know if it'll knock him over because I think there are weird rules over knocking down at such a that after just like a second attack. You see it lists it as unsteady, so I think you need to get like 3 consecutive attacks on there to knock it over, which kind of makes sense because otherwise the game would be like way too easy. What we are going to do though is knock this chap over. We may even destroy him here actually. Yeah, we may as well just do that. We're barely generating any heat. It's only when we rock up with a UHC 20 double plus that the heat starts to increase. So some lucky hits on the... I'm going to say lucky hits on the centre toss will take this guy out. That's good. That puts them in a real predicament now because they're on the surface below us. So they really don't have a centre against us. They're just getting completely out... Oh, well, they were getting outflanked until they landed reinforcements. That's good, though. Gives us a bit of interest. And I think Chandra now can get back in the fight. Yeah, let's go for this Jenna. And we've got some kind of weird... I don't even know what that said. Something PPC? I don't think I've ever seen that vehicle before. Not in this game. We'll look at that. Oh. Well, when the game lets me, I'll have a look at it. Yeah, we're in one of those missions where everyone's got a lighter mech than we have. So everybody moves first, which can be a bit annoying because you basically just have to sit like waiting for the attacks. That's the way it should be. I mean, if you've got the assault mechs, if you moved first, you'd be unstoppable. Yeah, Alcivin APC, a tag, 2 machine guns and an M laser. What is even the point in this thing? That's absolutely garbage. Oh, so weird. Right, okay, well, yeah, let's go and do some devastation. Let's just put, give 2 to each. Destroyed the leg there of the Jenna. Nice. Big Aussie should be able to finish these 2. Well, they'll certainly finish the Jenna off. Not sure about the Jägermech as well. Let's put the big cannon into the Jägermech. And... oh, this Jenna needs very, very little. Let's put most of our weaponry here into the Jägermech. Put everything else into the Jenna. Didn't even need that much. Probably should have checked the armor, the structure, but never mind. Might knock this guy over. Again, it depends on... Yeah, we are. There's that variable factor that I'm slightly unsure how it works in this game. It seems to be a little bit variable with the stability knockover. All I know is if I keep dakka-dakkering an enemy, then they fall over, and that's good, obviously. Right, let's do a multi-strike here. We'll take out this annoying little vehicle that's kind of spotting for the enemy. Ooh, the Jägermech's still... Look at that, we've barely got any armour left on his legs. So let's put our... Let's just do that. Oh, I think we missed. Oh, that was annoying. Yeah, I thought we'd do that. I thought we'd be able to chew the legs up. Annoyingly though, Oculus missed with a Gauss rifle there, so that vehicle's still in there, which means we'll be getting spammed. But it's fine. We're big boys, we can deal with it. Oh, yeah, that's right. Boudica on that next turn does get to move, so that's useful. She can just move forward one step, and she can hopefully... Oh, yeah, I should have checked that as well. That's my fault. Yeah, all my fault. Really should be checking that. I've not used the Victor very much, so I'm kind of not really sure about its like range levels yet. Whereas like with the Highlander, I know exactly just by looking at the map where I'll get like an optimum shot, but still not that sure with the Victor. I'm sure we'll live though. Highlander's got tons and tons of armor, so all good. Don't think there's anything too dangerous coming in reinforcements either. They just tend to be sending like LRM-10s, the odd PPC. It's not like there's an awesome there, like spamming off 3 PPCs or something. We can't see any of them on sensors yet, unfortunately. Ah, here we go. We can actually take out a turret and this annoying little vehicle. Actually, we won't be able to take out the turret here. Let's just do that. So that's all the defenders destroyed, and we'll soften the turret up here. We don't have the best levels of range on Ozymandias, but that's fine. Big Annihilator now with that wonderful, like... it's quite frankly, it's just an amazing level of percentage hits there. It's all because of the TTS system that I've got built in. So that's 2 base turrets destroyed. I think what I'll do now is I'm going to jump down. I'm going to start jumping down with the Highlander and taking those turrets out, and then I'll let the rest of the Lance go and take on the reinforcements, and that should be us then. Don't know if he'll be able to do it on this turn. He can. He can just get a shot off there. You see that we generate quite a bit of heat there though because of that ERPPC with a jump. But well worth it to take a turret out. You can't actually get a shot off on the next turn anyway with that turret. I'd be very doubtful if he can. So we'll bring him around here and then work his way to destroy the other turret. Let's jump you over here. And we get a sensor lock. We can just on one of them. See what you are. It's a quick draw. Terrible choice. I wouldn't go so far as to say the quick draw is the worst mech in this game. I mean, it's like the dragon. You can get the dragon to work for you if you know what you're doing with mechs. But there's something about those 60-ton mechs that's just never good. They're really... they're just very bland. I mean, you feel like they should be a hell of a lot better, and they never are. And I think out of all the 60-ton mechs, the quick draw is the most guilty for being absolutely just average. But again, especially like in the early game, you can get average to work for you very, very well. You know, if you started this game with a quick draw, you'd probably keep it for years until you realise, until you start getting things like the Warhammer and the Catapult and the Orion and things like that. Right, we'll jump in here with Boudica. Can she get any shots off? Really don't want to bring her low because I think they'll come down there and start bullying her a little bit. So we'll just bring her over here. She's out of cover there, but she just gets that nice LB 10x shot off. Do a little bit more stability damage. What have we got over here? We've got a 60 tonner, another 60. We've got, is this like a quick draw party going on over here? Might be, it could be 3 quick draws. What a, oh, and a Black Knight as well, okay. So, yeah, that's a good choice. He's definitely going to be the priority target. I really don't care about the quick draws. Can you get in to shoot at the turret? Not yet. So let's just bring you back here to soften these guys up. Let's go for the Black Knight. He's the danger here, and he's out of the trees there, so we'll soften him up a little bit for the others. Yeah, this Black Knight's in trouble now. He's going to feel the force of an Annihilator. And we might get some cheeky stray shots on here on that quick draw, which will please me. No, we didn't. But we absolutely wrecked the Black Knight there. That's amazing. Like, look at his structure's been like completely devastated, but he's like got full armor like on that. Wow, look at that's crazy. So all Ozymandias has to do then is tap this guy, and he's going to exploderize. We need to get him somewhere where he can shoot at both of these two. So the Black Knight here will literally just need to be tapped by the LB20, and then everything else can go into, it's actually the other way around there, everything else can then go into the quick draw. Ooh, thud, thud, thud. That's very nice. So that's their threat disappeared. Not sure what this 60 tonner is. It might be a dragon up here. Actually, it must be a quick draw because it's jumped up there, I think. So, yeah. Got a head hit, but it's ignored because of the cockpit mod. Boudica can just do a little bit of semi-flanking on these chaps. There goes its leg. And its right arm, and left torso, and left arm. Ouch. And it is a quick, 3 quick draws and a Black Knight. What a lance that is. And you now, Oculus, should just be able to jump, get the target. Yeah, there we go, and destroy this this turret. Lovely stuff. 2 birds with 1 stone. Now we've got the objective and destroyed the final turret for that secondary objective. Quick Draw's getting on his feet. He's trying his best. He's still got some weaponry on him. He's not completely useless. And yeah, I think we'll target you. Oof, brutal. The trees will not protect you against the beast that is the Annihilator. Right, we'll take our UAC-20 off here just to conserve some heat. Might even take off. Actually, let's just be sensible. We'll do that. See what we get. 1 down. Can we get a second? We'll definitely knock it over anyway. 2 down. Well done there, Bear. So one quick draw left. Don't think we've touched that particular mech yet, so he should have full armor. Nice head hit there as well. Oculus can just walk across this building and try and do his trick shot here. Good show. I'm landing a team of technicians to your location, Commander. They'll pull battlefield intelligence from the observation post computers after the AO is clear. Very nice. Well, that was a nice warm-up there. What potentially was a difficult mission was made easy by the fact that they quick draw spammed us. Well done, Commander. The base is ours. Right, this is cool. Cool. Oh, there isn't enough time to go back to the Argo. It won't take long for the CCAF to notice that the observation post has been compromised. Understood, Lady Cunningham. I'll inform the rest of the crew.
Mission successful.
Right, so potentially an assassinate mission now. Got a nice little payment increase there as well. Everyone got a kill. Very good. That's all I ever look for. Like at the end of it, I just want to know, did everyone get a kill? That always makes me pleased. Salvage now. We get tons of salvage, but unless they've got some like real lost tech. Oh, there looks to be quite some nice pluses there. Okay, it's not too bad. That I won't take because I don't like the leg mods with the tonnage. That one is 0 ton, so that one's fine. Gyro double plus. Yes, please, sir. 1.5 million sea bills. Absolute gold, those things. We'll take the M laser treble plus. And did I see some missile plus on that? No, I definitely didn't. Well, we'll take the L laser double plus as well, and I'll take the M laser with the extra accuracy. Very good. Loads of M lasers there. That's a nice haul to sell on the open market. So we probably now are going to go right into another mission. Possibly. No. Oh, yes. Yes, that'll be another briefing there. So it's a battle this time in the Highlands. So I think this mission will, if I'm reading this right, it'll be capture base, battle, then assassination. And then that should be it. I think that's how this is going to work. I'm actually going to drop Oculus from this. We'll put Boudica in the Highlander. Just because Oculus is too good, really. And he can't get any more experience. So it's a bit of a waste to bring him out. And I will put Code in Victor. Can use a little bit of experience. So he's still 7 for gunnery and guts. And I do like Code. He's got some very nice like skills. Because he's basically our scout. So he's useful to use. So I need to get him leveled up if possible. I think this time, because it's a battle, I'm actually going to drop the Victor and we'll put the Stalker in. Yeah. Yeah, I love the LRM spam that the good old Modge offers us. So let's go ahead and deploy. So it'd be interesting to know if all the like ally missions, if it's all the same format. Like, do we just do this for everyone? If that's the case, I probably wouldn't bother going to do them. But if they're like really interesting and there's some kind of weird, crazy city battles or something that go off, I might have to research it a little bit, see if I can find anything online of anyone who says if it's worth doing or not. I think I would do it then, just to like the completionist in me would want to kind of make sure I'd recorded everything of value. Anyway, Commander, you're entering the area where the stolen deployment data indicated the Lances were patrolling. That's confirmed, Commander. I'm seeing hostile mechs just on the other side of that ridge. Watch for flanking actions around the right side. I'm also seeing engine signatures off to the left. Enemy mechs moving up through the forest cover. Clear out these patrols, Commander, while I assemble a brief on our next targets. Good luck. Okay. So, does that... We're going to get... I don't know, do you ever get 2 sets of reinforcements in this game? Unless it meant like the initial target is at the right, which is where are we? Yeah, that would be our right if we're all looking that way. So the enemy come from there, but then there are reinforcements come over here. Is that what we're being told? Topography is not great here. I would have like flanked around this side, but we can't because there's a giant like mountain in between us. What to do? I think it is, given the topography, if we go into kind of this centre ground, or what's considered the centre ground, we're going to get probably chewed up quite badly, like quite early on. Whereas if I kind of run everyone down here onto this road, where we'll be able to go a lot quicker, we might be able to get into these trees. I can actually jump up with Chandra and with the Victor and the Highlander into these trees. That gives us some nice like visibility to look down on the battlefield, because presumably the enemy reinforcements are going to come from here. So let's try do that. I might have to like move up, do a little bit of shenanigans here, because I don't know if I'll be able to trigger the reinforcements before I like activate that first lance. But probably worth doing, especially on like a 4.5 skull mission. So what I'll do is I'll actually keep the Highlander back here, and I'll run everyone else up this hill. And we're there already, that's fine. This is fine, so they're the reinforcements then for sure. Glad that I did that, because we've got that'll be an archer, I guarantee it. That's probably a catapult, and that's probably a catapult, which means that there'll be LRM spammers to death if we'd have gone to that centre ground. So well worthwhile taking those out first. And well, it's another Thunderbolt, and shock, it's a 5SE. Stopped even looking now. I think the game just hates me. It doesn't want me to have a good Thunderbolt. Hey ho. Right, what else? So there is a catapult there. C1 with the 2 LRM-15s. Boudica, you can jump actually here. See if you can get a cheeky headshot on this catapult. Nope. You can tell like immediately if the Gauss rifle is going for the head. It's one thing I love about this game is they really took time to kind of animate that kind of stuff. So it's not just like your weapon just strikes into the opponent. It actually shows you where it's striking. It just happens like so quickly. But if you kind of keep looking, you can be like, oh, it's going, oh, it's there, it's headshot. So yeah, it's just a nice little feature they've put in. And we're getting LRMs from the right hand side, but that's fine, because I guarantee that lance will have not been built like the annoying reinforcement lance that you get in this game, where they're just like completely LRM'd up to the hilt. See if we can knock this chap over. Oof, so brutal. And we can knock it down. Maybe, am I reading this right? Do you have to have it unstable first and then you get that shot in to knock it down? Like you can't go from not unstable to knock down. Maybe that's it? Just could be that. I have to keep watching that, because it's quite an important like mechanic in this game. I use it so regular, I've just kind of pointing out that I don't really know how it works like fully. I just know that if I dakka an opponent, they tend to fall down. So yeah. Anyway, let's just ERM laser this chap. I put 2 ERM lasers now on the Atlas 2. Gives him just a little bit more of a punch at range, which is something that I quite like. Once we're in these trees, we'll be home and dry here, because they're going to have to come to us at that point, so we'll be fine then. Go for another cheeky headshot here. Oh, booty car. Wonderful. Just a shame it's not the Thunderbolt I want. Yeah, I think she is as well. She's kind of been out of the trees there a little bit, so she will be getting pretty badly chewed up. Good old Modge. Modge the Destroyer. I'm absolutely in love with that variant of the Stalker. It's so good. You could just, it's so devastating. It's just like an SRM carrier on basically an 85 mech chassis, because like an SRM will do 6 points of damage and an LRM will do 4 points of damage. But because I've got a variety of the LRM, which gives us like +2 damage, that means that we're basically attacking at SRM levels, which is just mad good. So we've got some pretty bad armature up here on the right hand side, so we'll get in the trees. We've got a Grasshopper and we've got the Catapult C4 over here. We'll go for the Grasshopper because he's out of the trees, and we'll go for a headshot. Took one of its legs off. So it wasn't the Archer. I thought the 70-ton would have been the Archer, but they brought 2 catapults instead for the old LRM spam trick. You get that in this game a lot, and so many people moan about it, but it is so easy to fix. Yeah, you just have to like have a bit of a think where the reinforcements are going to come from, and then like work your way out around there. Let's just try and exploderize this guy. Do it quite crassly here. I'm not too bothered. Yeah, he's brutalized. Save the UAC-20 for another day. And they stray-shotted the big Modge then, which is fine, because he hasn't been touched yet, really. Boudica, you can... I think this Grasshopper's about ready to pop. He is indeed. Well, let's multi-target here. We'll put all our LRMs into the Grasshopper and hopefully take it out. Start softening the catapult up now. Ooh, lovely. And they're really, really going for the Annihilator, which is probably sensible. But it's not going to be enough because the might of Modge is coming for you. Got some 90% hit ratios here as well, so this will do him pretty devastating stability damage. I think I have it. I think I've worked it out then. So you've got to be unsteady first and then you get to get the knockover. I think that's right. Because we didn't have the unsteady then, we got it to the full damage, but it didn't knock it over. But like another tap will actually take it down. So shoot, I mean, certainly now, Bear is going to knock this chap over. Could have probably taken that out with a UAC-20 hit, but I tend not to use them until I really have to. Slightly cautious of the armour on that side, so let's just turn you a little bit and see if we can hurt this chap. We can indeed, lovely stuff. So that's the reinforcements taken out. We've now got a 55-tonner, a 60-tonner. I'm just going to sit my guys in the trees and wait for them to come to me. It did say as well, I think there was a... Did it say there was a tonnage restriction mission in this one? I think it did. Yeah, it definitely did, because I said that I really wanted to use my Griffin. So hopefully that is a thing, because I really do want to rock out with the Griffin too. And that's a Kintaro, I think. No, it's a dragon, sorry. Completely wrong. Must have just been at a funny angle. Right, well, let's knock the Griffin over. In fact, no, what I'll do is... Oh, I can't multi-strike, can I, with code now? I was going to say I'll put some of them into the Griffin, into the dragon as well, to give him some stability damage, but can't do that. That's fine. Oops, no, we definitely don't want to withdraw. Actually, you know, I'm going to brace down with the Annihilator this turn. Seems more sensible. He's running quite hot and he's done a lot of damage to the opposition thus far. Yep, quite happy for them to kind of make a run at me. Or at least until we're cool enough to like burst out of the trees and start like destroying them. Boudica, I think we'll go for a cheeky headshot on this dragon. Yep. Oh, I thought that was in. It must be because the dragon's got that like really elongated head, so it looked like it had gone into its like head, but it had gone into its torso instead. So that's fine. That would have been cool, but alas, oh, there's a 95 ton of that. Must be a Banshee. And Modge the Indestructible. We're just going to pile into this Griffin now, I think. Try and take that PPC out. Yep, very good. So I don't think he's got any weaponry left now. Yeah, it's the one problem with the Griffin. As soon as you chew up that right-hand side, it's just, that's it, it's out of commission. Go for the dragon then instead. Ooh, beautiful. Devastating, that. Just mad, those UAC 10 cannons. When you think that that's a 60-ton mech in the trees, and it just like lays waste to it. This is an incredible weapon. I still don't want to burst out of the trees just yet. I think we should be able to finish at least one of these guys off. Let's rock with the AC-20 now. It is time. Let's do that. Ooh, beautiful. Should have enough to take the Griffin out as well, I think. No. But he doesn't have any weapons. So the only annoying thing he's doing here is he's actually spotting for his team. That's twice he's been knocked over, so he must be pretty nauseous in that cockpit now. He's been like thrown all over the place, and he still can't shoot back, and he's still coming. Typical crazy Capellan. Right, we'll use this opportunity to sink our heat here with the Highlander. So we've got a Banshee and something else. No idea what the something else is. I think that's the Banshee of the variant of the Banshee I actually really like, which is the dual PPC AC-10. That you find that on tabletop as well. I think it. I'm trying to remember. I think that's like a 3026 mech. I don't know why. I think I was reading about that recently in one of the tech readouts. But it's like the Banshee before that is like, there's variants of it in the Succession Wars which are just garbage, but then they kind of learn how to do it properly, and that is this version. Oh, we got two 95 tonners here. Wow. That's interesting. This really is. This was a 4.5 skull mission for sure then. But unfortunately for the Banshees, they're now up against an absolute menace of a lance who are in the trees above them. Two Banshees. This is the 3E though, so this is the pathetic variant of the Banshee. Yeah, look at its weapon loadout. Look, how does that even? How is that a thing, right? Look at that, PPC, an AC5 and an S laser on a 95-ton mech. The 3S variant, 4 M lasers, 2 PPCs, an AC10, SRM6 and 2 S lasers. It's like, what? How is that even? How does this work? That is actually a variant of the Banshee I would take. Actually, I'm not going to do a precision shot because we're running too hot. So I'll just see if we can get a couple of shots off, which we can. So I should knock him over. I've got it. I finally understood live on camera how the knockdown works in this game. So that's a good thing at least. Yeah, you've still got really good armor. So we're just going to run down now with Ozymandias and try to devastate them. Dare I go for headshots? Probably not with Bar. Yeah, he's not very good at them. Actually, is it still 4% with precision on the floor? It is. That's terrible. Yeah, I was just going to say, I wouldn't actually say no to that variant of the Banshee. It's good. You know, I mean, I don't know if it'd get on the active roster, but it'd be nice as an option. I can't actually get it anyway because I've got to get 4 points of salvage to get a mech. So, but I'll try to remember when I do the salvage. I probably will try and take at least one of them. Oh, what should we do here? Yeah, we'll play. I'm not. We're going to go salvage hunting, so we'll just play as usual. That's its right arm and right torso destroyed. See if Boudica can get a trick shot here. Nope. You're lucky to get it like once a mission actually. So you know, choose wisely what you want to do when you do that. Yeah, I'm just going to finish this guy off. Why not? Let him be modged. Oh, he's still in the game. Well, I think he's lost most of his weaponry. So all that's left now is the pathetic Banshee, and a Banshee with no arms, and maybe no weapons. He may have some on his centre torso. No. Yep, he's got an S-laser, maybe like on his head. So he's not having the greatest day. The one thing you got to be careful of though, with the Banshee, is that they have an insane physical attack. So be wary of that for sure. Not any threat to us though, because he can't sprint actually now that he has such high levels of stability damage. And yeah, it's just such a terrible version of that. An AC5 and a PPC on a mech that really wants to go in and do physical damage, but it can't really do it and get in there because all its weapon has minimum range penalties. It's like a really, really, really bad Awesome. Awesome is generally an absolute tank of a mech, but it still suffers from the same thing, but it's just a far superior mech. But that Banshee, it's like every design fault you could imagine it is in it. It's absolute garbage. And I'm saying I'm saying that as somebody who actually appreciates fast mechs. Like, I'm not one of those players who's like, oh, you know, if they don't have like all that tonnage for weaponry, I don't like them, they're useless. I never feel that way. I love quick mechs, but there are like limits on it where you're just like, this should be a tank and it ain't. It can't be. Not with that loadout. It's awful. And let's go. Oh, get a rear. Oh, I'm going to say we get a rear attack, but we can't. Just going to pick this guy apart. There we go. Death by Atlas. So I think now we'll have an assassination mission. And that's Assassin Commander. We are in control of the area and we can begin planning our next move. I'll have a briefing for you when all of the available targets once you're back on board your ship.
Mission successful.
Okay. So we should get a debriefing now then if we've got to make a choice. That's nice. That's over 500,000 sea bills. No structure damage, but we were lucky there not to come out of any structure damage. You can see Jacob, Cthulhu and Mojog kind of got greyed out a little bit on armour. Everyone got a kill. Nice. Even good old Moj. Now, I am going to take that 3S variant of the Banshee. For sure. Yeah. Ooh, look at this. We'll definitely take the regular arm mod because I'm really low on them. And, the Gyro Plus. I think it's going to be a no-brainer. I don't think there's anything else that can trump that. Lovely stuff. So, let's see what has to be said now, and then I think we'll probably have an assassination mission. All being well. Everything is progressing smoothly, Commander Duran. I'm quite pleased with your results so far. As I mentioned, we're fully in control of the region and ready to proceed to the next stage of the ops. However, this is where I defer to your judgment as a field commander. There are two potential targets we could strike, but as you're the expert, I'll leave the choice to you. Let's hear them. First, there is a logistics base. This is key to keeping any local military force operational. If we destroy it, the Capellans will have to resupply from orbit. There's no way to attack this base covertly, however. Once you begin your approach, the base's defenders will be alerted. No local supply will make defending this planet a huge pain in the butt, logistically speaking, anyway I like it. Second, there is a reinforced bunker and armoury. The last of the original fortifications on this world. Currently, this is in use. Currently, this is in use as a command centre for local forces, but during a planetary invasion, lost the ability to speak, it could easily be refitted back to its original purpose, at which point it would effectively become impregnable. How the hell would we crack something like that open? You won't. If Commander Durant chooses our target, will be assaulting the bunker with an orbital strike. However, we'll need to find the bunker before we can destroy it. That means a detour to a Capellan communications facility to access its data at a local bunker. In either case, the real objective is to cause enough damage that Lieutenant Colonel Song is obligated to come out and deal with the problem, which will allow us to strike at them directly. So we think we are doing 5 drops today. Whatever target you choose needs to be significant enough to pose a real threat to Capellan operations. So we either go in guns blazing and take out the logistics base, or we sneak into a comms base to help set the target for an orbital strike. Is that about sum it up? What do you think, Commander? I don't know if one of these is the got the restrictive tonnage mission, which I'd really like to do. Well, let's just do the logistical base then. An army travels on its stomach, Air Boss. Once we blow up their supplies, it doesn't really matter how many mechs they've got. Very well, Commander. Okay, so